How's it going, y'all? It's old Mikey. It is Sunday, January the 26th, 2025. January's almost over. Can you believe it? That's certainly good news for me because I like springtime and summer. Wintertime is rough. So we're getting closer to springtime, which is great news for me. I just want to share some words of encouragement to you today. And this story comes out of the book of Matthew, where Jesus gets in the boat and the disciples follow him into the boat. And then they get out on the lake, and all of a sudden there's a massive storm. And Jesus in the back of the boat asleep, and the disciples are freaking out, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna die. We got to go." They didn't know what to do, so they're like, "We got to go wake up Jesus. Get him to do something or see what he wants to do." And, Jesus was perfectly calm, understanding that there was nothing going to happen to him that was going to be bad in this regard. But it's interesting what he did when they woke him up. Okay? First of all, he, brought it to their attention that they didn't have a lot of faith. And then what did he do? He spoke to the storm. And the storm calmed down. So I got to thinking about this, and I'm like, okay, the disciples didn't speak to the storm. They were afraid of the storm. And so they went to find Jesus and said, "What are you going to do about this? What should we do?" And Jesus, what did he do? He got up and he spoke to the storm and told it to calm down. And it did. So the disciples felt powerless to do anything about the storm. They just felt like, hey, this is bad news and this is really terrible and there's nothing we can do. We're stuck in this storm and it's overwhelming us. They didn't realize that they could have spoke to the storm. And if they'd had faith and spoke to the storm and spoke their faith to the storm, they could have calmed that storm down just as much as Jesus did. So what's going on in the storms of your life? I know in my life I got some storms. And, it's not good to just sit back and let the storm overpower you. You need to speak to those storms. You need to speak words to those storms because your words have power. And if you have faith that God is with you and he's going to advance your cause in these storms, then you can speak to the storm too. And those storms will calm down. So that's just a word to you. You don't have to just be overwhelmed with the storms. I know in my case, I'm feeling a bunch of storms right now. I'm feeling a lot of storms right now. But I have to speak to those storms. I don't have to retreat from those storms. I don't have to just get overpowered by those storms. I need to confront those storms. confront those storms in Jesus' name and say, hey, you storm here, you got to calm down. I'm on a mission here. I got things I got to do. I don't need this storm bothering me like this. Okay? And if you have the faith that the Lord is going to empower your speech and empower your vision, you can see those storms fade away. Think about it.